Hey techies, welcome back to the Cloud Journey playlist of Codrix Tech Space. Have you ever had a friend ask you to help them create an online presence for their business with a website? If you weren't able to help them because you didn't know how, this video is for you. In this video, we'll deploy a static website to AWS Cloud. At this point, you should be having an AWS account. If you need help with creating one, watch our video displayed on the screen. Be sure to subscribe to learn more about cloud computing and how to build and deploy your own applications. We are here at AWS S3. S3 is a highly scalable object storage service that offers industry leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. S3 is designed to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. S3 is used by millions of customers around the world. When you sign up for AWS, your AWS account is automatically signed up for all services in AWS, including Amazon S3. You are charged only for the services that you use. Now I get into the left navigation pane on S3 screen and choose buckets. You can see here I don't have any buckets listed under my account. I'll go ahead and create a bucket by choosing create bucket button. I got to give a name for my bucket. I'll go ahead and give a name here. I recommend you to go through the bucket naming rules that's here in this link to understand how you can name your buckets. We go further and we select the region as Asia Pacific, AP South 1. And I pretty much leave rest of the settings to default. And I choose on create bucket button. And here is our newly created bucket. I've managed to create the bucket. Now it's time for me to upload some files. I'm going to get into this bucket and upload few HTML files for my static web page. If you don't have your own files, I completely understand. I'll provide you a link where you can download the same files I have from our Git repository and you can feel free to use it. I'm going to drag and drop all the files I need for my web content. And here they are. And you can see all the 40 files I needed for my content are getting uploaded here. It might take a couple of minutes. Now we uploaded all the files that need for our static content. You can see the files that I needed are over here. Now let's move on to the properties section of this bucket. So in this property section of the bucket, you will down at the bottom, you will have something called static web hosting. So you can go here and edit and you say, I wanted to enable this website for a static hosting. We want this bucket to host a static website because we have all the content of the website in this bucket. So we choose the first option. Usually the default page is index.html. If you change it, you can give the corresponding index page. So I feed index.html. Right now I don't have an error page, but I'll still give error page and try to put in an error page. And then I go ahead and save this. I've enabled the website hosting for this bucket, and you can see there is a URL that has been displayed over here. This will be the URL through which I can access my website. When I get here, I get 403 access denied. So we'll have to address few things about the permission. I get into the permissions tab over here. There's very lot of things that you can do within the permissions for S3 bucket, but we will stick to the permissions that required for enabling this bucket for web hosting. So I'll go into edit for the block public access and then I uncheck this. So we'll have to ensure that all our files are accessible by the public. So we uncheck the block public access setting and then we save over here. You will get an warning because this is not a secure practice to do if you're holding your normal buckets. But however, when it comes to web hosting, you got to do this. Now I've turned on public access for items within this bucket. Now let's go here and see if it makes a difference. No, it does not make a difference. So there's one more thing we got to do. we have to apply a bucket policy over here. So we get to this user guide, which I'll be posting in the video links. So I copy this content, policy content from here, and then apply it on this bucket. And one thing I got to change here is the name of the bucket. So which is going to be like C3 CTT static content. So we apply the bucket policy and we do the save changes. A quick view to policy. Our policy says we allow get objects to all content within this bucket. So now let's go back and see what happens to our URL. You can see we are able to get the content, and this is the content we created for our static website. Serving a static website from S3 directly is not recommended. It is best to serve your static website from a CloudFront distribution. CloudFront will deliver a website to users quickly, securely, and scalably. In the next video, you will learn how to create and configure a CloudFront distribution to serve your static website. Thank you for watching.